Howdy guys, ba-bam! So here it is, huh? So NieR Replicant, part 9. So let's make a little recap. Yeah, we beat the game last time. We found out that Popular and Devula worshipped the Shadow Lord or something like that. Emil sacrificed it himself, right? And the way to the Shadow Lord on his way. And yeah, we found out that the Shades are all humans, and well, we clapped the Shadow Lord and reunited with Yona, and it's all a little bit confusing still how that all works together. Kainé left. I think they are happy now, but there are a lot of questions, right? They're not answered properly. And we need the answers, right? So let's start the new game plus and see how the game changes, and if we keep our level and stuff like that. So let's pop it.
Whenever I interacted with Kainé, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway.
So it's till we resurrect her. So I don't know, was it with the just the fragments? Kainé stream. And we can read something. Oh, I think that's new. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with a pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I. The child blinked, rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on, come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vein slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me! A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yo, Kainé! Ooh, I knew it's her. The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kainé struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kainé's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kainé turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kainé knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentors. Parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to the sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kainé was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave, he can't hurt me, he can't hurt me, he can't hurt me. Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kainé prayed for the rain to flood down to carry her away from the world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. I'm a failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kainé couldn't meet Dino's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. The boy grabbed Kainé's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Jesus. Show me. No, no. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says not no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kainé, he called to his cohorts. Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kainé. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kainé curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. Try. I don't get you, freak. What you're acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kainé ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home. Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak, chanted the children. Freak, freak, freak. Kainé closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of the tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kainé was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kainé. But the young girl was at least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kainé again, I do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ooh, torture old woman. Oh, he screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it, what are you doing? Quit winning. Ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch. A big one. That thing could kill me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking his eyes on Kainé, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out, leave this village. No one wants you here. Either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Ah, look at the fat boy go. Guess he is healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kainé. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced the cloths from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead. "Oh, Kainé," she said, "why didn't you fight back? You are stronger than that, Lord." The words of her grandmother stung Kainé, and she turned away. "Don't be nice to me," she said. "I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore." Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. "Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead." As Kainé's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kainé found herself unable to turn away. "Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand?" The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. "You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kainé. You know because you survived it." As the words hit home, Kainé was struck by the force of her love for an old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kainé called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kainé and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kainé truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kainé's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Course not. Don't be an ass." Kainé drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. "So that's why she has an attitude, huh? But my body, it's not normal. If it was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't..." "Hush," interrupted Grandma. "I not hear another word of this nonsense. You are my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell." With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kainé's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kainé want to cry all over again. "Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me?" Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kainé reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. "Well, where did you find these?" "Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping." The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kainé to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in the construction, made Kainé's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. "Didn't quite turn out right," said her grandmother, as she squinted at it. "These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you." Kainé blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. "We are gonna be fine, you and me," she said. "Long as we got each other, we'll be just fine." Kainé took her grandmother's hands in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kainé gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kainé stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. "I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough. Even if it's us against the world." Kainé let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kainé backstory. Daily life. In the distance, Kainé heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was as far from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such a wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid pieces of shit axe. Kainé's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. "Grandma," called Kainé. "That you, Kainé?" yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. "Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake." She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kainé close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she scuttled to safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, "Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something." The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. "Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can get the water? Shades have been restless lately and I don't want you running into one of them bastards." Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with a wooden bucket on the either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of two jobs, but Kainé knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kainé did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kainé knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kainé moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky arc of a land they called home. Kainé enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kainé turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the shore. Swing after swing of an axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with the solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kainé swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it, crap. She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with the blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough, and my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kainé redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took on a look at the logs and coughed at a wheezy laugh. Pretty clumsy, girl. You better practice. If you... Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kainé dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. Grandma. The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. Get the bucket. I can't let it spill. Kainé steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kainé didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and battered Kainé away. Stop that. Just stop, she cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kainé desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kainé was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the position would be reversed. The next morning, Kainé came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you are sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kainé gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and said, Well, I don't like it, goddammit. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kainé strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across the dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kainé moved at brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade or worse. Demo and his gang, but she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kainé finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kainé took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on the rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kainé's presence. "Hey lady," said Kainé with a bravado she did not feel. "Where's the apothecary?" The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. "How dare this thing speaks to me," they seemed to say, but Kainé saw that their eyes held a different emotion, fear. "Yeah, we are both scared, lady. Trust me on this one." "Which way?" Kainé repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kainé cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. I don't know how to pronounce it. Apothecary? But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. In German, it's Apotheke. It was Dimo. He'd clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand because its gang of followers was nowhere to be found. "Oh my god," he sputtered. "I mean, what are you doing here, freak?" The insult was delivered without a force, and Kainé happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. "Ha!" barked Dimo. "That old bitch finally keeled over." "Go to hell, Dimo." The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly a comeback or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Dimo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kainé under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with the label written in some indescribable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kainé a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but the time had worked its cruel magic and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. "You like that picture?" Kainé turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. "That's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now." Kainé didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. "Pictures are wonderful things," continued the shopkeeper. "They let the ones closest to you live on forever." He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kainé and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. "You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw." Kainé took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. "Yes, I've heard the rumors about you," he said. "It's a small village, and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which one of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Kali, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable." "Grandma's name is Kali," thought Kainé suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. "Your grandmother's an old friend of mine," he said as Kainé scooted away yet again, "and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much." Kainé murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step. Oops. When Kainé returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kainé to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. "Back already, are you?" asked her grandmother with a yawn. "Come here, let me have a look at you." Grandma sat up and examined Kainé from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. "Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble?" "It was kind of fun," said Kainé with a small smile. "No, seriously, it was." "Fun, eh?" asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. "Uh-huh. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know." As she spoke, Kainé removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her a portrait. "A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone." "But Grandma, it make you live forever." "Horse shit," said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. "Living forever will just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help me with the dinner." But Kainé would not relent, and in the end Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of the house as if posing for a master artist. Kainé took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kainé finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she realized it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. "It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all." "I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something." The old woman's eye narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. "Let me be the judge of that," she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed at a laugh. "Oh, Kainé," she said between laughter, "you truly are my blood. You are as clumsy as me, and I love it. But..." "Hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I treasure it always." True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen's table. In the days that followed, Kainé would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kainé could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. "Posh," said the old woman. "I take this down when they roll me in my shroud." She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kainé and dropped to one knee. "Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness." It was a moment that burned itself in Kainé's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in this world possible. Time moves on, people and memories move in and out of life, like a ghost passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kainé swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. Kainé's dream separation. Jesus. Kainé listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. "Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug." The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. "It's no bug, you fool girl. It's a berry." "Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs?" "Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug," said Kainé, "and I think it burned or something because it smells terrible." With that, Kainé held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. "Oh yeah? That's terrible, alright?" "Why, you little brat," laughed the old woman. "Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact." 5 years had passed since the moment when Kainé's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurl abuse in equal measure. Kainé could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kainé started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kainé lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burnt berry rolling through her belly. "Where are you going today?" asked Grandma suddenly. Kainé looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. "Well, I was gonna check out the Kalmar trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow." "Flagstones? What in the hell for?" Kainé stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. "Grandma, a dying cat will chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection." The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. "God damn, girl. If a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway." "I'm not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday." The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. "Well, shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some others." "Grandma, no. If we don't go to the Kalmar trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that." A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child, lost at a carnival. "Yes," she said after a bit. "Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kainé. Lately it seems my mind is..." She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flowers. Petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kainé thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. Whiteness. Sorry. "You're gonna be a true woman soon," Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. "So that means less chatter about shades and building, defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you've become." Annoyed, Kainé reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. "You're a beautiful thing," said the old woman, "and there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you." "Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Such a mouth on you. Where did that came from? Gee, I wonder." "I teach you to sass me, girl," yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kainé by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. "Grandma," yelled Kainé in a quaking voice. "Grandma, stop it. What the hell?" The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she has ever seen them. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kainé thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your ball and whatnot. I'll be fine. And when you come back, I have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kainé rolled her eyes and kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying to desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kainé could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end, the temptation was too great. She spun her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. Gods. She looked so old now, it's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kainé worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What the little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for a lack of focus, Kainé pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with her finger, Kainé suddenly felt her stomach knot in one itself. No, oh gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma, Grandma! Kainé ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tipped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leaped her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she gets closer and closer, Kainé's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark, not just fire. Can't be fire, too much smoke. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved the balance through the means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. So that's the thing that attacked the Eerie village, right? At the beginning, or at our first playthrough. You know, the nipple mob. Seeing Kainé let her the roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment the creature retreated into a shimmering inky blackness, as her mind was unable to comprehend such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her. A blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time... Bellowed? The creature bellowed again, and this time Kainé responded with a scream of her own. Alright, you bastard, she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me, let's go! The shade eyed Kainé with a bemused interest, then it began looking from her on the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kainé glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma. At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kainé, alive. Kainé's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kainé tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up, get up, get up, now! And Kainé struggled to her feet. The shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmothers to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She caught briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kainé lurched to her feet only to fall back to the earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kainé pulled herself across the ground with a maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flickered out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short panting breeze belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard! Laughing at us. She had no idea how much a mindless creature could experience emotions, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved its claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kainé was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kainé rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward, but she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she kept on her foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back, she screamed. Give her back to me. It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kainé never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Kainé. Kainé's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Your grandma? Kainé, you gotta run. You can't. Best this one. Kainé grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The older woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kainé's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no. I said run, goddammit, you have to. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished before she could say another word. The shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kainé's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mess of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kainé blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. Fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kainé's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kainé screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kainé's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles, her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kainé seized the moment. Laughing like a mad woman, she leaped into the air and plunged the shattered hilt on her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kainé off like a fly, ascending her, crossing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? Think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No. Can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kainé's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames. All of it faded away until all that remained was a single incarnation repeated over and over again. Incantation. Oopsie. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Okay, a lot of kill it. Yep. Kill it now. As a spark that was Kainé slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Ooh. So that's what she was thinking all the time. Emil. Boop.
The beast approaches. Oh, I know.
Oh, the library mob. So it seems like I have my weapon still, huh? Wait. I'm level 30, okay, I have still my stuff. Nice, love it. Okay.
What anger this creature must have.
Okay.
How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
Okay.
My sword feels
Magic.
lighter. It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Easy peasy. So it seems the mobs are not harder. But we saw that. Grab it. It would be nice if you could just play Kainé now, right? But I think it's not like that. So maybe we can save Emil in this playthrough. Or we save everyone. Kainé's dream encounter. Ooh. Reading. Gently. Weakly, softly. The shade, sure that this tormentor was dead, turned into a storm off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to below one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond imagining, Kainé tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a wrecked stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Ha! Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at an unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of the childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Materializing from the ruins like a ghost, I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kainé and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kainé opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop, no, don't hurt the picture. Kainé reached out with her remaining arm and waved futility at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kainé turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandma as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cries as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. I look like that? Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kainé laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kainé wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish? Like a prayer or something? Why don't you get your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. Kainé finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her hand. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh God, you are the best. Kainé glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain if it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go. Kainé tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bath in the blood, just like before. In response, Kainé shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kainé was struck by the most powerful sensation she ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with the delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me the body and I give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kainé's side as she watched. It grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eyes must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop! The black ooze hesitated, as if considering the request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Ah, what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had the deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Ooh, creamy! I'm reading for 1 hour at the moment. I'm a reader. I'm the reader stream. Giga creamy. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. That's fun. Shoop. It's cool. I learned a lot about her backstory. I know why she's so grumpy now. And it seems like I now know how why she get the power, right? The regenerating power. The shade power. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kainé glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shades, burn itself into her left arm. Well, I be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at this. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. See? Kainé started to adhere to her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letter seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kainé took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let it go, feel the anger burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst of blood, then go out there and... Shut up, and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine. Real rich. Can I have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those bodies of yours in the Ares would love to see her dead. Kainé grabbed nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kainé screamed and dropped the shard. The sound became crunching, a bone filled the air. Haha, stupid idiot girl. You're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again. Loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed, whispered Kainé. Yeah, possessed, you and me. You got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait, they get a load of you now. Kainé looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seemed a bit sudden, but ain't all bad. There are plenty in it for you too. You got enemies, people you wanna kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you, that's big old shades that squashed your granny. Well, wrap them up their own assholes. People you wanna kill you, I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you, that's big old shades that squashed your granny. Well, wrap them up with their own assholes. No more abuse for you, sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kainé, you are a shade. Why would you help me to kill another shade? What do you think? I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. I just want to drink from the well. Kainé considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it, you and me? We could have some good times together. Where am I? Look, I even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kainé. I handle the killing. Kraha, screamed the voice. Look at you go. Oh, sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name is Tyrann. Okay, that's why she is so blubbery, shady woman. Or has this ability. Probably that's why she feels always bad. And if you ever need me, I just be hanging out of this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Kainé found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shade and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyrann. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Tyrann. I have shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing right now, and you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kainé herself. Kainé waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won out. I'm not a shade. I am Kainé. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of a lunar tears. Though it had been through the hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kainé started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kainé fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened the dawn and the people of the area arose to their daily lives, she remained at that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Ooh. Stay alive. Stay alive. Grandma. Kainé, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
That was a mouthful.
Oh, hey.
So is there anything different now?
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kainé.
Welcome back, Kainé.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
What the fuck, Riso? That feels like it, huh?
Shit.
Then she pressed the emergency eject button hidden on the inside of her new elbow, and her edged cheeks flew off in a different direction. They soared through the sky and turned back on themselves and flew back at each other even quicker than they had left. They clapped with the thunderous applause above. The shockwave flattering in the trees around her, the cheeks fell limply to the floor, then floated back up to her body and reattached. And that's how the phrase, "Show me how that ass claps" began. That's so good, Krimi-sama.
Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We
I
need
have
a way to
tears in my
locate the
eyes.
Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar teeth?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
How did he know?
No, it's great. Thank you.
Can of them which ass clap again? Did he know about her grandma?
Waking from her long petrified sleep.
La 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 la.
Milo's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
What? Ah, that they can't stay in the
You can't be
village.
serious.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kainé saved this village. And now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kainé?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
So it's I need just the fragments again, right?
What is the matter?
Yeah, I know that's why, huh? I know always this is face from this dude, right? It's still. I mean, the face is in more games, right? It's not only NieR Replicant, right? It's in every game. Kinda, even the enemies or something like that.
Kainé always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me.
Is in NieR Automata? Ooh.
Damn it.
We should turn in.
I can't remember much about it. I don't remember much about NieR Automata.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola.
System wird in everything automatisch, just takes place much more. Okay. thousands of years.
They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the
Is the
horror
game
of
not
shades.
connected to Drakengard as well?
Really, how can I blame
Almost at like
Devil and
7.
Coppola?
Ooh.
In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to
Oh,
think
okay.
about
I never
Kainé
played
in that
Drakengard, though.
situation myself.
I think we have new costumes.
Apologize to Kainé and Emil, but what good would that even do?
I got a fire going, Kainé.
Wait, is that?
That's new, right?
Weird, aren't they?
Can't remember this cutscene.
I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kainé.
He mentioned that, right? That he is talking on the bonfire with her.
Yeah,
Oh, you see it.
me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine.
They mentioned
This all
this here,
happened when I
right?
was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing.
I think it was ending E or D from the original Drakengard. It's been a long time since I've played it, but my basic understanding is if you drag a goddess from Drakengard universe in our real world and the magic it brings with it unleashes a scourge disease thing with it. It was ravaging humanity and you saw this. Ah.
My body is diff but one person.
Oops.
My grandmother accepted me just as I was, no matter how bad things got. She gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me
That's
an
how she
idea.
got her attitude, huh?
Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together.
As a team.
Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
Ooh, she's laughing. Cool. Well, we found out a lot about her, huh?
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale.
Ooh, I cried.
Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
They betray us. Let me guess, in the end we are the evil. Or
What
something.
might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
I've not heard you speak much about your mother.
Ooh, true.
She got the Black Scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
Ooh.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
Also time from child NieR to adult NieR makes Makes for a better visual representation of how much time has passed than the OG version I played, where the old man here went from old man to older man. You didn't change. Ah, okay.
Can you not hear me?
Huh? Ooh.
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Ooh, we got chest
Sleeping on
hair.
one's feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now, there's the door.
I like his. I like
Let's
it.
go.
I like his voice. It's so manly. Proceed beyond this point and you will unable to save until the battle's over. Yeah, look at him. Great. Love it. Awesome. Okay, battle. Cool. Hold my knee. Ooh, what is that? This is a world of a recycled vessel created to avoid the destruction of all. What is happening? Mobs? Which level am I? Okay. Easy clap. The music, absolutely different. We have magic? I have magic. Cool, love it. I'm an old grumpy man now. Huh? That in a Japanese game, huh? Can I go here? Okay. There's the DLC in this game? I also remember this area is great for farming upgrade, which is... Oh, so I can come back anytime or what? They didn't drop anything yet, though. It's okay, Kimi-sama. I go with the flow. I just like asking stupid questions. Like the Rocky music vibes. Easy. So maybe we can find an eagle egg. And we can upgrade the spear. Or we get even a better spear. Or maybe we play with a great sword. Or something like that. And this wasn't included when I played it. I had to buy this. Got to love the version of games where everything comes complete. Like Mass Effect Legendary, all 3 games. That's true. You know, it's like Final Fantasy 15. If they would... Final Fantasy 15 has a lot of DLCs, right? I never played the DLCs. But if they would make it that the game is complete now, without accessing the DLC over the menus, and it just goes seemingly through the game, that would be nice. You know. Oh really? Cool. I know I unlocked costumes. I have to look into that. And Detsu. Don't they could do that though, purely because the DLCs take places at the same time. True. I mean, they could make a little screen like in the meantime. Ooh. Just killing mobs feels always great. When Gladius leaves the main story, continues the DLC was what he was doing, same this episode prompter, yeah. Ooh, shit. Well, I played only the base game when it was released. I never played any DLC for 15. Nobody uses strange drop. Ooh, it hit me. Ooh, heal. Come on, 1 HP. The episode of Arden DLC is a prequel of the game too, and also bloody excellent. Shame they never actually finished the rest of the DLCs. They were supposed to finish the whole story of. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 is a mess. Instead of this, decided to just cancel it and release the story of the planned DLCs together in one book, which I have, which is awesome. Ooh. But I think Final Fantasy 15 was great, it just was not done. The Black Scroll, A Lost Destiny, A White Book, A False Truth. Ooh. Ooh, I play always as old NieR now, man. Supposed to be 3 more episodes. Oh, okay. Okay, trippy environment. I think Final Fantasy 15, the concept was great, the execution was bad. I didn't even mind the combat or anything. I think everything was kind of cool and big, you know, like the summons and stuff like that. I liked the world, I liked the characters, but when it was interesting, the game stopped. It's like Final Fantasy 12. The game is great, but when you think the game now it starts, the game ends. I really enjoyed 15. They reunite the feeling of brotherhood, camaraderie. I liked it as well, right? For what it was. You know, I liked the, you know, especially at the end, right? When you go to the dark world. That was so cool. It was a little bit like Final Fantasy 6, right? But the game ended then. Yep, the summons were absolutely super insanely epic. I loved that as well. Yeah, the condition was it was kind of bad that you couldn't summon them just as you liked. I mean, it had great ideas, I think. I enjoyed it as well, right? Ooh, okay, ooh, fuck, oh, ooh, ow. Can't see shit. Did you do the Piteous dungeon in... What was it? I think I did. I think I did mostly everything in the base game. The hardest dungeon in the game that didn't have a single enemy in it. That was with the jumping puzzles and stuff like that, huh? But it had enemies, no? Yeah, I mean the combat was kinda clumsy, but I enjoyed it. It was looking great. Nope, 0 enemies in Peter. What is happening? I like the music switch though. There was environment hazards that could die to spikes and stuff. Oh. Okay, it's been a while. When was the release of 15? 2015? I'm not sure. Was it 15? Or was it later? 19? $2016, alright. Oh shit, with it. I did go to the development hell. I'm supposed to be part of the release of Final Fantasy VII at first. Yep. Ooh, I got a new sword. One-handed sword, Fool's Embrace. Get a lot of stuff. The Dragon Corpse brought the destiny to the world, delivering unto its power of magic. Okay. A lot of bosses, a lot of fights. Yeah, I was, you know, it was planned for the PlayStation 3, right? I saw the trailers back in the day. The old man. But I have to still play still play Final Fantasy 16 at one point. The only thing what held me back to buy the game was that I heard it's too easy. That's kind of pisses me off. Ow. What? Hey. What? Okay, wait, we have to heal. Stop blocking. Okay, that's a shockwave. Can I not parry that? No, we backstab the bitch. What? How did it hit me there? Oh, it was a shockwave, huh? Hey, was charging magic. Oops. I play like a fool. Dodge it. We'll have 16. Can I not? It's such a bullshit. No, I can't parry that. Okay. I have to dodge. Strange drop the bitch. No. This is a tanky mob. Oops, he got me. No. Finally, he's dead. I really love 16. If you have experience with action games, it's going to be fairly easy. Yeah, you can put some insane combos together in the game, though. I would say more of this, but yeah. It was just the thing, right? Because I like a little bit challenging games. No, I like my games a little bit more challenging. The main time I've seen people complaining that it's too easy through the ones who equip the auto drop dodge and auto block rings. You can get those supposed to be basically accessory options for people who can play action games. Why is the game so easy when I have auto dodge on? Oh, okay, that's a fair point. It's the best sit, even better than 7. I love it. I think in the remake, in what was it? Rebirth, they gimped sit, right? Best sit ever? Alright. I probably will I mean, let's be honest, it's probably an enjoyable game nonetheless. The Black Sickness stains the future journey return. Damn, what is that for a big ass long section? They got an amazing story, it's worth playing for. Yup. Oh yes, give me herbs. Oops. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, I did it. Ooh, I'm getting zerg. Ooh. I think I have still my 30 attack power drop. Could equip that, maybe. No, of course, Creamy-sama, thank you for joining, swapping by. Your precious time. Sit. Der ist so tanky. I have to heal, damn. I don't have... Sit! Boom! Brrr. All right. I like the music. Sit. Ooh. You know, I was thinking maybe switching to a greatsword, but I like the spear because of the AoE farming. Love it. F him. No, that wasn't the plan. Oh, ooh. Sit. No, no, man. What? Okay. Okay, probably mobs again. Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's a big mob. Hey. Okay. Ooh, a lot of damage. Ooh, he got me. Dodge it. Dodge it. What? Why I don't do any damage? Damn. Oops. Okay, one more. Boom. You parried, bitch. Obtained the Kabuki outfit. Ooh. 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 1k XP. Doors. Proceed beyond this point and be able to save the battles of... Okay, what is here? This door... Oh, okay. Okay, ooh. So I can go back or what? The following action are put into some magic spring bed. Okay, a lot of damage. Don't get hit. The following action are blade wielding tiger. What? The following... Oh, okay, I can't use this ability anymore, okay. I can't use this? What? Okay, let's use magic. Turtle. Leaping rabbit. So that means jumping, huh? Wait, ooh, I can't dodge. That's shielding. Got him. That's kind of fun. It's like a gauntlet or something. Black and white 13 packs. The vessels forms waivers as across time and space. Sit. Sit. Cool. Mops. Okay, magic. I like the stickers that protect me from the walls. Oops. Okay, back to safety. Okay, probier dieses Tor. Stick. No, clip it. Tinky mob. Refresh. Double kill. It seems like this area is just for killing mobs, alright.
It seems we have been shut in.
More. I love it. Cleaving through the balls. More. Okay. Sit. Get a lot of damage. Sit. Huh? The Song of Men has been drowned out. In this place, the scream of something inhuman. Ooh, is it a battle robot? Ooh, I hate these mobs. Aha, they're all paralyzed. I don't want to use my strange thing, only for the boss. More. Ow, ow. Whee. I feel kind of weak again. Ooh, oh. Yeah, please let it be the last robot. Thank you, robot. Hi. What? Okay, more. Okay, we need magic. A lot of... Oh. Ow. Dodge. I hate flying mobs. Flying mobs, no fun. Oops. Please let me be the last one. Oops. Come on. Sit. Two-handed sword, the Fool's Lament. So I get a lot of good gear here. Come on, give me a better spear. The sky falls with the dragon, the world ends this day. zero that. Ooh, tank. Wow. I can't step him again. Ooh, the damage. Okay, we have to be careful. Okay, we use a strange drop. They're way too tanky. Step. Bam. Ooh, he got me. I hate these mobs. Okay, kill him. Got him. It's probably not over after that. Locked it. Cool. Now he's dead. Okay. Boom. More. More. Jesus, what is that? Wow. Hope you can one-shot me. Okay, I can't parry it. I have to dodge it. Oh, damn. That takes ages. Three? Oh my god, even more. I mean, this will take... Please let it be only 4. Well, let me at least kill just only 1. More. Ooh. Okay, 1 is dead. It's only 4, 5. Please don't die. That, I mean, ooh, okay. One million years later. Ooh, what? Okay, he's swinging. We have to focus on 1. Wait. What? He got me? Guess I'm not the right level or what? No. Ui. What? Ooh, that's a double clip. Okay, wait, we have to clip him. Okay, we use another one because it takes ages. Damn. Ooh, it's me. I don't want to die now. Boom, the last one. I hope. Paralyzed, bitch. Sit. Please, let it be over. More? The puppet priest collects the cursed prayer and polishes the vessel. What is happening? Oh. Ooh, it's like a shooter. Third person, it's like House of the Dead. Pew 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 pew. Butts. I'm just shooting. No, I have homing missiles. I don't have to aim. Ooh, there's a peak. It's a tanky peak. It seems I do some damage, huh? No, I couldn't defeat the pig. Shades! Humans, I mean. What? What a stupid section, by the way. We have to kill the boar. Obtains a samurai. Ooh. Samurai outfit. I guess we have to farm a little bit more before we can do this. Because it felt a little too tanky for my taste.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoke.
I know what you mean.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh,
That's
hi.
because they think I'm angry at them.
I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the shadow.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devila?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Let Emil and
Yep,
Kainé
yep.
know that we're sorry.
All right.
They helped me to get to the Shadow Lord. So it's, guess it's all with the fragments again, huh?
Popola?
Oh, hello.
Look, I want to apologize for
Stop. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
Yeah, why'd they help me?
Oh, right. Yeah, you know about the lost shrine, right?
The temple where I was first
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is...
Oh, It was right under our pages.
We know.
But the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So take a boat.
A boat?
Yes. The canal's finally been repaired. It took a lot longer than expected. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance. The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. All right, I'll see you around.
And for the love of everything, be careful.
Yes, evil Popo. I know everything.
The Lost Shrine's up ahead, just past this cave.
As well as the Shadow Lord's castle.
Let us make haste.
Okay. I mean, is it already? No, we don't have the fragments, right? Ah. Hansel and Gretel. Ooh. Go away, dirty defective swine. I'm not like you, I'm different. Oh yeah, that's where Kainé transformed, right? Into a shady Kainé. The first time around. Huh. You again, stop bothering me. Grimoire Weiss has been taken away. Hansel is dead. There's no reason for me to exist anymore. My life is over. Just leave me alone. What?
Ain't you excited, sunshine? We finally get to bathe in blood.
Don't
Tyrann.
talk to me.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
Oh, that's... I've treated you all poorly. I mocked you, betrayed you all because you went Gestalt before the change was complete. After all this, I think I can understand you. I think we can speak as equals. This makes me very happy. I hope we can spend the rest of our lives. Oh, look, they're so happy. I knew it. Maybe we are the villains. What was that? Touch him.
What's going on?
Ah,
There's
that's what.
dozens of them.
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that statue. It's the leader.
Gestalt.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying.
Well, at least Tyrann is happy.
Foolish creatures. You cannot hope to best me.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun.
Creatures, humans. No, next time we use the strange drop. Okay, we recover our magic. We are smart this time. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, I thought he drops the shield. Oh. She gets injured here, yeah?
Felled the beast.
Some more friend.
This is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hey there,
Ow.
Sunshine. You ain't feeling bad for this freak, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You got a lust for blood. Embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kainé?
Get F. She got nowhere.
Kainé!
Oh, you're kidding me!
Kainé!
Yeah, it's...
Kainé! Are you alright? Kainé!
I fear there is little we can do for her.
No! Kainé!
Oh, she's transforming again.
What is happening?
It's all over for you, Sunshine.
Kainé! Kainé!
You know, we have just Tyrann. Huh? We hear what possesses her.
It's Kainé's shade!
With no other choice, we must strike it down.
Kainé! Come back!
Now, pin her down.
Kainé, please! Come back to us! It's do or die time!
I'll swallow you all.
Emil!
Get you.
Stop Kainé from acting.
Got her.
Oh dear.
Kainé! Kainé!
Kainé!
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with...
We're always going to be together, Kainé. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kainé. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak and I'm sad and I'm lonely, but you make me strong. You're my friend and I need you. So don't you dare leave me.
Yep.
All right. Stop crying. And thanks. I'm all right.
La 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 la. There's our first fragment again.
Over there. And what is this?
Beats me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola.
Popo knows what it is. Betrayer Popo.
It's a cipher of some kind.
Can you determine its meaning?
I think this is the key to unlocking the Shadow Lord's
You know
castle.
that already, Popo.
Here, take a look at this. I wrote down all the words I can understand. This fragment is called the Stone Guardian. Given that you found it in the Lost Shrine, the words must mean something. There are spaces here for 4 other fragments as well. Sacrifice, the Law of Robotics, the Memory Tree, Loyal Cerberus. The Law of Robotics probably refers to the Junk Heap, and the Memory Tree might be the Forest of Myth. But as for Sacrifice and Loyal Cerberus, I don't have a clue.
Yeah. He's lying.
If we want to fill in the words, we just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right?
Oh, splendid. By all means, let us undertake
Humans.
a murderous rampage.
They're just shades. Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow Lord.
It's a dangerous task.
Yeah, well, Yona's in even more danger.
But how can you even be sure that she's...
Because she is! Right? The Junk Heap in the Forest of Myth, yeah? I'm on my way.
Please be careful. Oh, and listen. About Kainé and Emil. The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. It's just... they're scared, you know? I'll hurry them along the best I can. But can you please give them a little more time?
I'll try.
Sit. Alright. It's the fragments again, huh? I mean, at least we don't have to do any side quests anymore. We just pop the story, see what changes. Get to the junk heap first.
Opala said we might be able to find a key fragment in the junk heap.
Perhaps we can find a clue at Two Brothers' weaponry.
Yep. We do that next time, so arigato gozaimasu for watching and spending your precious time with me, and hope I see you all back next week. Bye!